Hey everyone, James here with Coffee and Comics. In the previous episode, 1A, of the series titled Dark Horse Comics for issues 8, 9, and 10, which if you haven't watched that video yet, I'll leave a little card at the top so you can go ahead and check that out and then come back to this one. We were briefly introduced to the character of X through 3 mini-stories, but all we really know about X is he or she is a little bit mysterious, territorial, ruthless, hides in the shadows, and has a hint of humor. We also learned that we were in an area called Arcadia. Stay tuned as we follow the character X and move into the next portion of the series. This is Comics Greatest World Week 1. It's Week 1 for this particular issue and the next following 3 issues, because they all occur in the same area of Arcadia. There is no issue number, but instead it's replaced with the issue title name of X. And there's even a trading card to go along with it. Here is the trading card that came along with it, and I'll even have it in the screen next to me so you can see it over there. This is the front, this is the back, and I'll even read it. Name X. Location Arcadia. First appearance is Dark Horse Comics number 8, which we've seen in the previous video. And it says, out of the dark alleyways of Arcadia, a city run by organized crime and corrupt politicians, comes X. He's a lost soul, searching for some truth in this lie people are forced to live. Just like the Dark Horse Comics issues 8, 9, and 10 from the previous video, this issue is the same, in that it doesn't have a cover date or barcode. This was released in June of 1993 and has a cover price of $1. That's right, $1. Before we get into it, a brief thanks to the creators. Like the previous episode and the episodes to follow this one, this is where we take a minute to recognize the creators of the book. So let's give a round of applause and thanks to the creators. Now is the perfect time to refill your coffee or your preferred beverage of choice, because the page turning segment is next. So if you need to do that, hit the pause button for a moment. Otherwise, if you're ready and refilled, let's take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here is the first issue for Arcadia, Comics Greatest World. Labeled Week 1, we've already discussed that. But take a look at this cover. It is fabulous looking. Like I said, I still think he reminds me of Deathstroke, Batman, and Spawn, kind of all wrapped in one. And if you look right here, FM, this is indeed a Frank Miller cover. So let's get into the book. As we open it up, we are automatically hit with a scene that says right here, 1931. We have a spaceship coming in to North America. It looks like it's dwelling down into the ground somewhere. And in Week 1, this issue and the next 3 issues, we are in Arcadia. But I can tell you from reading these stories that this is not Arcadia. It says right here in the Nevada desert, and Arcadia is definitely not in the Nevada desert. So this is a glimpse of a different area that we'll adventure into in some later issues. So before we turn the page, I would like to give a brief description of what the actual source book for this series describes Arcadia as. It says, thanks to its city government, Arcadia is an orderly, smoothly run machine of a city. But the engine that drives Arcadia is an unholy alliance of organized crime, corrupt politicians, and corporate robber barons. Their control is absolute and omnipresent. Everything from the police to the local media is bought and sold by this dark board of directors. But mysterious figures prowl the dark waterfronts and Art Deco canyons of Arcadia, preying on the wicked. Hunted by the police and organized crime alike, these outcast heroes are a law unto themselves, agents of chaos in a well-ordered yet nonetheless corrupt society. In Arcadia, true heroism is about the individual fighting back against institutional corruption, social indifference, and moral decline. This is a world of shadow, danger, and bloody retribution. So let's continue. And right off the bat, we see X come flying out the window, doing a perfectly looking swan dive. It's either that or he was thrown out the window, but I don't think that's the case. We have a little bit of narration, and we have a high vantage point looking down upon the city on the roadway. Pretty good shot, in my opinion. We can see the anger in his face, in his eye, at least one eye. Now, I don't know if the other eye is some kind of a biometric, robotic type of high-profile genetic thing going on, or maybe he just has one good eye. Who knows? We see the bloody mess and the wreckage through the window. The cops are trying to chase him. He's flying out the building, doing some Batman-type stuff. And over here on the next 3 panels, it kind of looks just like that, which is why it does remind me of Batman and Spawn. These are nice 3 panels right here, crashing into a different section of the building. Very little dialogue, and we do have a little bit of narration. I do like this character. I like the way he looks, and I like how the story is going. This is a good shot here of him landing after entering that other story window. It's a very good shot. I like it. Looks like he's doing some running away. A little bit more acrobatic stuff here. Not much dialogue. Some narration coming up from the ground. Now we see the police scurrying around on the ground level trying to catch up to him and capture him. Man in the middle, I'm assuming that's the detective, leader of the group. And then we have an ice cream truck. Or maybe it's someone from the television network, like reporters on the scene already. But it really isn't either one of them. It is the SWAT team, which is kind of a funny looking SWAT vehicle, if you want my opinion. And the detective notices it right off the bat. I don't think he likes the SWAT team. He probably knows who it is, and he calls them lapdogs. What do you guys think of this SWAT mobile? It does not look like a SWAT team vehicle. Enter the SWAT team. From the dialogue, these 2 guys know each other. Apparently they have a history, and I don't think either one of them likes each other very much. You can tell that as he kind of barges his way through, shoving him to the side. They have a back and forth interaction. This is a cool shot right here of X. And then down here, some of the story is said that he has to come behind the detective and basically wipe his butt for making a mess of this whole thing. So he's trying to take over. It's pretty detailed artwork. And then moments later, X pops out of the ground and he is taking out SWAT members left and right, one by one. And like I said, he's very territorial and ruthless, and he kind of just does what he wants to do. This is a good shot here. This guy's getting his face just smashed in, so he's not going to have a good day. I had to take a look at this panel right here a few times to figure out that X was pretty limber in gymnastic, and this was his leg coming straight up through here to kick this guy up in the chin. And just looking at that panel makes my groin hurt. All the SWAT members are laid out, took out most of them. I'm pretty sure this is the leader of the SWAT team that we just seen blasting off some rounds. I like how these panels are laid out. And you notice both of these pages, very small dialogue, just letting the art and the panels do the work to explain what's happening. We have some more rounds, a lot of firing going off, gun blazing, trying to chase down X as he's running away. Right here, there's a whole lot of bullets flying as you see X darting off into a dark alley, dodging bullets better than Remo Williams. And if you don't know who Remo Williams is, you can surely Google it. There was a movie made about Remo Williams, which was pretty good. I've seen it quite a few times. We have a nice shot here, X turning around with the cape flawed out, running away again, and then we see these strange beings from another planet who is from that same spaceship on the very first page. But right now, these guys are unknown to us. Then we have another close-up shot right here of the beans, kind of not with that glowy pink around them, which might be a protective barrier. And apparently they hold these flying metal frisbees in high standards. They do something, I guess. But these guys look really cool. I think the artwork on these guys are nice. They look like something from an 80s rock band, but partial robot and partial undead type of character. But I think they really look cool. Let me know what you guys think about these specific characters. And we still have the SWAT team running after X, trying to chase him down and capture him. as if that's what they're going to do. And then they stumble around the same alley that he got away in, and they are face to face with the same beings from another planet. And at first, I was like, okay, they're going to have a standoff between the SWAT guys and these alien beings. But then you come to realize that I guess they're somewhat invisible, so the SWAT team members do not even see them. And then later on, looks like the detective is on the bat phone trying to make a call, maybe for backup, and that's indeed exactly what it is. Apparently a secret phone of some sort, or a secret line to a secret person somewhere. And then right down here we get a glimpse of what we're going to see in the next issue for the next video, when he says it's time to take the dogs out for a walk. Which leads us into the next week, which will be week 2 in Arcadia, Comics Greatest World, titled Pit Bulls. So there's something going on with taking the dogs out for a walk and pit bulls. So we will see what that is in the next issue of the next video. And I have a backer board here because I don't want to reveal what that is. So we're going to cover that up, and we flip the page. But I do want you to see this nice little sketch on the back of X, black and white. And at the bottom it says, who is this guy? And are we just going to let him do whatever he darn well pleases? Where are my tax dollars going anyway? To pay for the next policeman's ball, or to keep the scum off the streets? Melissa Springer, letter to the editor, Daily Arcadia. So apparently they are aware of X and what he's doing, and they want to know why he has not been captured yet. But I would like to know what you think about this black and white sketch here of X. Looks pretty nice. Back cover. And that concludes this story, Comics Greatest World, Week 1, titled X, in the land of Arcadia. So what will happen in Week 2, Arcadia, titled Pit Bulls? We'll have to wait and see. So I'm curious to know what you guys thought of this particular issue for this series. Let me know in the comments. I thoroughly enjoyed this story. I've read it numerous times. In fact, all of the issues in the entire story. I just truly like this character, X. But later in issues, we will be introduced to even more characters. Some you will know, and some you will not know. Up next is my top 3 panels. And if you're enjoying the content here provided, and you want to support the channel, there are many ways you can do that. Consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the content. And you can also use the affiliate links in the description of the video. All of these options are free to use, and I do appreciate all of the support from all of you, no matter which way you decide to support the channel. Now let's see those top 3 panels. This is just a fun little addition to the video. If you picked any of these panels, or even if you picked out different ones, let me know about it in the comments. Stay tuned as we take a look at our sponsor, not really a sponsor, for the video. Here's today's video's official, unofficial sponsor, not really a sponsor at all, just for fun page. Okay everyone, so that concludes this video, Comics Greatest World, Week 1, Arcadia, Issue X. Be on the lookout for the next video in which we visit the same world, Arcadia, in Week 2, titled Pit Bulls. And if you want to be updated on that, consider subscribing and you'll get all the update notifications. So, until the next video, enjoy your coffee, enjoy your comics, and enjoy your day.